Back, baby. We're so back. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Anakin. I am a psychic tarot reader. We're about to be getting into your tarot reading for today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. All right, it's been a while. But, no buts. It's been a while, and it has been a while. Now I'm back. Okay. I've been all right. I've just been taking some time to myself to meditate and integrate some new energies. Some new energies that I have to, or had to integrate. And now there's so much stuff coming up now. Oh, I can't wait to get into it. I got a magical deck of cards to my left and a couple other magical decks of cards that we're going to be looking at. And I'm burning some sage now. So yeah, let's burn it. Let's burn it. Let's make it happen. There it goes. Let's get this thing going, actually. Let's get it going like it needs to go. Like it needs to go. Like it needs to go. Like it wants to burn for the collective. We didn't start the fire. We did not start the fire. It's been burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. It's been burning since the world's been turning. Okay, who am I talking to today? Who am I talking to? Who do we got today? We got a 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I'd keep on pulling this card. I continue to pull this card. So this card represents somebody who's a curse breaker, generational curse breaker, okay? Basically, you've been born into a family that doesn't have the right values, the proper way of living or the way that you want to live, and you've noticed that. And in noticing that, you've decided, well, I'm going to start my own life. I'm going to start my own thing. I'm going to make my own legacy. But I feel like there's a deep respect for your parents. There's also a deep respect for the past and what others have done to get you and your family line where it is today. There's been a lot of work that's been done. Okay, inner work, outer work, and that has been taken in and transmuted into a new path, because with that goodness that you took in, you also took in badness, those curses, those terrible habits that your family has given you. And you now, having broken those curses and decided to go off on your own, you now have choices. Okay? Many choices. And there seems to be too many. Okay? It seems like there's too many choices. Like, what do I choose? Where do I go? And where does Spirit want you to go? I mean, that's the real. Where does Spirit want you to go, right? Eight of Wands, they want you to go quickly, okay? And in order, okay? Quickly and in order. Ducks in a row. T's crossed, I's dotted. You are lined up. You're organized. You're very virtuous. You have, I feel like there's like strict organization with you, okay? 10 of Cups, yeah, you're heading in a direction that's serving you, okay? Even though you may not know what to choose, you know inside your heart that whatever you choose is going to lead to a beautiful, amazing life with space and family and cups. All this beautiful jazz, okay? All this beautiful jazz. And you're heading there quickly, okay? I want to know more about these choices that you have to choose from. I want to know what this is about. I know that there's relational. This is sort of all over the place. We have fire, water, and earth, okay? So not very in your mind. This is more body, taking action, following your spirit, following your feeling, okay? Following what you know and what you are rather than what you think and what you have perceived, okay? So you're following what you know now. All right, we're going to get the tea on these choices. So I'm going to pull out a couple cards, and we're going to see what your choices are. And then we're going to look into what you want to do with those choices. So take care. There are enemies working against you. We have a bat. Okay. We have the month of February. You could be a Pisces or an Aquarius. Okay. Enemies are working against you. Okay. February. There's a wind. Wind blows on the ocean that grows and glows with golden floating dolphins that rise and look to the sky for the prize that is the sun. You are the Son of Man who has become the one who hands himself to you again in this life. The tea leaves of time, the trees, affairs with your family, okay? We have bat, tree, affairs with your family. You could be an Aquarius. A distant friend is thinking about you, okay? An elephant, long journey, either physical or mental, will leave you wiser at the end. A misunderstanding, and what else? And good news, okay? Okay, so you got a lot going on, and you know that, I know that. You got people working against you, okay? You got stuff going on with your family. You got people who are thinking about you, who are watching you on your journey. You know that this is a long journey. I feel like you've already been on it for a while. And it seems that you've come up against some sort of wall, okay? And this is this like decision time. You're looking at all of the options. You're like, okay, I got all this stuff going on. What's going to happen? If I keep moving, is this going to go well? Well, good news. Good news, okay? If you keep moving, everything is going to go well, okay? Keep going in the direction that you're going in. In fact, double down. Put more action into it, okay? You've been waiting, maybe, okay? You've been allowing yourself to take the time to receive the inspiration that you need to take the actions that you know that are going to lead to the success that you have visualized for yourself. However, you're in that sort of waiting. You're sort of like, you know, that inspiration is coming. You know it's coming, okay? And so what do you want to know? What do you want to know? Okay? The Emperor in reverse. What you want to know and what Spirit wants to tell you bluntly is that you're not going to be liked by everybody. You are not going to be encouraged by everybody. Your family may look down on the way that you do things. Okay? The Emperor in reverse is a bittersweet card because it says that the seeker, you, are on the right path and are heading in the right direction and are doing what you know in your heart to be true. However, what the Emperor in reverse also talks about is a society of people around you who are literally holding you down, trying to keep you out of escaping the matrix, okay? You're being held inside the matrix by people around you. And so the Emperor is saying, there are obstacles here, okay? There are obstacles here. This is not going to be easy. Well, it is going to be easy, but it's only going to be easy to you, okay? Whatever that means. Yeah, I feel like you're clearing up misunderstandings, okay? You're clearing them up. And not only are you clearing up misunderstandings to revitalize past connections that may have been in shambles or in rubble, okay? But you're also clearing out the debris of any relationships that no longer serve you. You're saying, okay, I'm cutting you off and that's it. And you're walking away, okay? Because you know that's the right thing to do. Let's get the tea on that. That was a short journey, okay? I feel like you're walking away from a situation that was short-lived, not too long, good luck, horseshoe, compliments from an admirer, bouquet. So whatever you put into that connection that you've recently walked away from, you are getting karmic justice or good luck. You're getting good karma that came from whatever actions you put into that. Spirit does not want to really go into what they're going to get from their karma, okay? But I feel like, yeah, we're not really going to get into that. I feel like you are going to get good karma, so don't worry about what they're going to get, okay? Doesn't matter. Now, let's look into these enemies that are working against you, okay? I want to know what those are. We have justice. This is good. This means that you will find it very fair, okay? I feel like you are some sort of spiritual arbiter. You are some sort of spiritual justice system. The spiritual justice system works through your eyes. What you see, what you feel, what you know inside your heart is known, seen, and felt by the Lord, by the divine, and they take that information and they deliver karmic justice to whoever does you wrong or looks at you in a funny way even. Now, I believe that the people who have built up and accumulated negative karma have an ability to come to you, and this is your gift, and alleviate themselves of that karma by treating you well, okay? Now, I think that you become sort of this gatekeeper, this pathfinder for them. They have an ability with you to rectify themselves and move forward, okay? And I don't know how you do that. I think you use angelic divine intervention and intercession. You work with angels. You work with Archangel Michael. You might work with Archangel Gabriel and Raphael, okay? Hangman upright. There is some very clear understandings and realizations coming in about people who may have been working against you, okay? Working against you, okay? They might have been working against you for a while here. Hangman signifies a big awakening, opening up to a reality that you may have not considered before, okay? So people in your life who were serving you or supposedly serving you are coming out of the mask, and you're being able to see them not just through interactions, but through the karma that they are receiving through the interactions that you've had. You're realizing that, oh shit, they are going through turmoil, trials, and tribulations because of the way they treated me. Okay? Woman. This could be a woman. Okay? You're awakening to a relationship that you've had with a woman. Okay? This could be a mother. She's sort of close to the affairs with family. Recognition, reward, and merit. Okay? Basket. So, this could mean one of two things. You could either have a woman coming in to give you recognition and reward you for the good karma that you've imbued into this past relationship and the good karma that you've created through the witnessing of these enemies, okay? Because I feel like even though you witness and you observe, you always give a chance. You are always giving the benefit of the doubt. And on top of that, it's like even if they do you wrong, you don't mind. You forgive and you move on, okay? It's like it's not even a memory that develops within you because you know that hurt people, okay? And so it's like, okay, you're hurting me because you're hurt, and I get that. And, you're an enemy because you've had enemies, and that's, I get that. I understand, okay? I have compassion for that. I feel for you. Yeah, I know it sucks to have enemies. And if I'm one of your enemies, then that, if you think of me that way. So you have this benefit, you have this compassion with the way that you talk about these things with these people. Okay? And so, that compassion, the divine sees it. And so the divine is going to reward you immensely for that compassion that you've given. And I feel like this is coming from a woman, okay? It could be a friend, could be a colleague, somebody that you see, stranger that you meet. Who is this? This is crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. Ooh, so you might be starting a business, or maybe there's a crib, maybe there's like some sort of birth of something on the way here. Happiness and well-being. Whatever it is, whatever you're birthing with this person who's coming, and this could just be feminine energy, feminine nurturing and rewarding energy. That's recognizing you for what you've done. This whatever this is coming in, you're gonna work with it. Okay? I feel like they're gonna support you on your journey, even though the entirety of society does not. So like you have this emperor in reverse, you have this like bold revolutionary standpoint when it comes to what you're doing. And I don't think a lot of people see it the same way that you see it, but this person will. And that's how you're gonna know them. Okay? Carriage, a journey, okay? So they might have to go on a journey to see you. There's distance here between you and this person, okay? Or maybe they're either, I feel like they're gonna come to you, Knight of Swords in reverse, but this is not gonna happen soon, okay? Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and you don't even want it to happen soon. It's almost like I'm getting from you that you wanna work on yourself before you let that come in because you want to make sure that you're good And that's a really beautiful way to think. Hold on. Page of Cups in reverse. You also might be questioning your own ability to discern relationships. You might be like, okay, but how do I tell if somebody is for me or against me? Okay? So, Spirit, how can they tell here? Good advice from a wise person. Okay? Keep your community around you. Keep your circle around you. Make sure that if you're bringing somebody into your life, that you're consulting your circle, your trusted advisors, your wise counsel. Okay, your royalty. And because you're royalty, we're all royalty. You have a circle of knights in shining armor who want to help you, who want to aid you. Friends, tribe, people who can help you. Okay, ask for advice. That's how you're gonna know. Family matters. Okay, and beware of self-delusion. Dragon, owl, seahorse. Family matters. Dragon, owl. Okay, so we're bringing back up those curses that you're working on. Okay, and one of the curses is discerning partners. Okay, another one is working on yourself by yourself. Another one is patience. Okay, beware of self-delusion. What does that have to do with here? The sun. A light is being shown on these delusions that were fed to you by your family. Okay, and what's going to help you get out of these delusions but distortions is wise advice from a trusted person. Having a tribe, having people around you who are on the same path that you're on, and being able to ask them, hey, what's going on with this? Hey, what do you see that I don't see? And then being able to tell you what you don't see and receiving that information, but not a command like do this, don't do this, but hey, here's what I see. And taking that knowledge and saying, okay, here's what they see, here's what I see. Okay, here's what the reality is more, right? Because you're not going to find like the capital R reality in the situation, but you can get closer to it by combining multiple subjective points of view. Okay? Queen of Swords in reverse, the Moon in reverse. There is some mother stuff going on here. Okay? Family matters, self-delusion. Your mother could have been someone who was into self-delusion. Okay, maybe she convinced herself out of things or into things or was deluded in a sense, okay, but didn't back it with action. And so you're over here and you're having to clean that up because you're wanting to, I feel like you are new age, right? So you want a mantra and use the programming and the subconscious programming and the will, and you're wanting to do all these things. And I feel like there's a mother figure who also did things like that, but there was no action to back it. Okay? And so you are harmonizing the masculine and the feminine energies right now. Okay? You are putting action to where there wasn't action, and you are putting pure positive energy to where there wasn't pure positive energy, and you're combining the two. But as you do that, you're dealing with mother wounds. Okay? And so how is this coming out of the collective? Okay? Hard work ahead. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Okay? So here's the hard work. You are going to start embodying the different things that you know have to be alleviated out of your family line. Okay? What that means is you're going to channel the curses. And as you channel the curses, and that's why you're doing it, so that you can notice what you're doing, so that you can create a mental model around and a belief system around the opposite of whatever you're doing, right? Because whatever you're doing is producing the results that you're getting. And so by changing your mind and changing the way that you see things, but then also changing the behaviors, and this is what it is, it's noticing those little behaviors that are in alignment with the old paradigm and then correcting them, right? The levers. And that's what you're doing, the levers. You're combining that in a harmonious way, okay? That's what you've been doing, using your intuition. Anything that Spirit wants you to know about this. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble on aimlessly, the wheel. Okay, so they're saying that you might be on some sort of wheel here. And so how do we get off, Spirit? Do not be tempted to lower your standards. Okay, so it's not that you're on this wheel perpetually forever. It's that you're on this wheel until you get off the wheel. And this specific wheel, this lesson that's coming to you now, is a result of you having these awakenings to these enemies and moving to the next level, right? And so as you're working through this, 8 of Wands to the 10 of Cups, there's hard work here. The hard work is getting off this specific wheel, and that is You have to say no to all of the behaviors that don't serve you. You have to say no to all of the people that are in alignment with the old paradigm, that remind you of the old version of your mother and father, of the old male and female dynamics, okay? And so what the lesson here in this season is saying no, okay? Is clearing, is purging, is perfecting, okay? We're in Virgo season, so it's perfect for that. Perfecting, getting rid of, getting it down to an art, getting it down to a science, getting it down to the bare, not the bare minimum, the bare bones of what your routine is, where you sleep, how you sleep. Get it down to the bare bones and get rid of all of the behaviors that don't serve you, okay? So dopamine detox is what I'm hearing. Monk mode, okay? 90-day challenge, 75-day hard, okay? 5 of Wands upright. You're putting stuff together, okay? You're putting stuff together. And the best way to put stuff together in this process right now for you specifically is to put stuff down, okay? And protect what you currently have. Build a good base, build the foundation, and work on the fundamentals. That's what Michael Jordan did. That's what all the greats do. They work on those fundamentals, okay? And so we're getting back to the fundamentals. We're saying no to the things that don't serve us. We're noticing the channeled behaviors that we don't like, and we're saying no to them, and we're cutting them off and starving them, okay? The Fool in reverse. Now, this is here's the thing about these tarot readings. This is all happening behind the scenes. So whether you this is what's happening. Okay, so if you're conscious of it or if you're not conscious, this is what's going on. This is what you're healing. This is what you're doing. This is what you're working on. This is the path you're headed on. The Fool in reverse is telling me that you may not even know what's going on. You just know that you're healing, right? And so this is everything that's going on. The Fool in reverse, the 2 of Wands upright. Here's the deal, okay? You've been flying by the seat of your pants for a while now, and it's worked, and it has worked really well. I can tell, okay? Now, Moon, feather, there's some undependable energy with friends, maybe insincere energy. Okay, let's get this. An older man might be insincere, changes in your life. Here's what I'm getting, okay? You are ready to make a plan. You're so ready to make a plan. What's the undependable older man, though? Rest is needed. King of Cups, okay? You are so ready to make a plan. You are so ready to make a plan. Who's the undependable older man? What's going on with that? Don't back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Excuse me. So, while you need not need, but Spirit wants you to cast a vision. Spirit says to do it your way. You don't have to make a 90-day plan or do monk mode or step by step. Here's what I'm going to do at 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. and 15 o'clock and 1500 and blah, 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 blah. You don't have to do it like that. You can do it however you want to do it, okay? They're saying all you have to do is have a goal, have a plan, have a direction that you're heading in. Put it up on the wall, look in the direction of it. Maybe even, get some daily actions that are in alignment with it. And then eventually figure out how all of your habits in your life can align with that one goal. And there's no stopping you. Okay, but they want you to figure out how to put that goal or where are you heading? That's the question. Okay, where are you heading? Because if you're not heading if you're not following your plan, you're following somebody else's plan. This is a Jim Rohn thing. Okay, if you're not following your plan, you're gonna follow somebody else's, and you may not know whose plan that is, but you are following a plan. So it's best to get yourself on your own plan. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you have to get onto any specific person's plan. And that might be what this older man has convinced you. You got to get on my plan. You got to get on this plan. But that's not true. You just got to get on your own plan, whatever you want. Okay? Exactly. Let go of results. Okay? Do it for the plot. Do it for the process. What do you like to do? Okay? And a big theme here again. Okay? The reason why you want to have your own plan and you want to have your own goal and have your own direction and know what you want is because, again, people are going to come in and get you to follow their plan. They're going to be able to rope you in because you don't got your own thing going on. They're going to be able to convince you with silver and gold or convince you with benefits or this or that because you don't know what you want, right? And so they're able to rope you in with these comforts and these desires when really what you want is spiritual pleasure, right? And so people are going to be able to give you their priority. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have a goal, if you don't have something that you're working on all the time, people can say, hey, you got a second? Let's talk. Hey, come over here. Hey, you want to play a game? Like, people can get you out of your focused energy and into distraction easily if you don't have a goal, right? So that's why you want to get on that. Okay, get that in there. And I feel like you did leave behind somebody. Okay, there was like a romantic walking away that is serving you now. Okay, I feel like you were just carrying a lot of the emotional weight. And so now you no longer are carrying that emotional weight, and that's going to do wonders for you. Okay, wonders. Ace of wonders. All right. Cool. That's where I'm going to leave the reading today. Have a wonderful rest of the day. More to come. Okay? More to come. Thank you guys for showing up. If you're still here, I just completed my first 4-week mentorship program with one of my people. We had our first Sunday night meditation with the group. It was pretty cool. It's my first time ever doing something like that. So thank you for showing up to that if you showed up to that. And thank you for... so there's 5 people there. Thank you to the 5. Okay. But yeah, it went really well. We got some really cool energy. We had some cool transformative stuff happen in those 4 weeks, and I can't wait to do more. And I'm really happy. Okay. Namaste, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your week, day, or month. Bye.